kind of always need to do that. And if you can create a habit of that, and that's what your habits do, right? They kind of keep you on track.
Yeah.
And if you fall off track, you depending how far you fall off track, right?
Yeah.
That's how much longer it's going to take you to get to that goal. So it's really important to just keep looking at where you're at and keep on track.
And a big thing being like your environment is everything. Your 5 closest friends are your biggest influence.
Yeah, I agree.
And if you don't have access to the right people, like right now you're working a normal job, you want to get into a business, you want to start making more money, you want to get healthier, but you don't have the right people around you, nor can you find them. Books is your best bet.
Books is a great place to start.
Because you're learning from the best. You pick up Elon Musk's book.
Yeah.
You can pick up Richard Branson's book.
Richard Branson, yeah.
You can learn from literally the best people in the world. You can find the best people on health, nutrition, and learn directly from them. You don't need to find someone like yourself. I mean, and I find the more you read, the more you become that person, and you attract more people who are like that.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with that. And then also too, not everybody needs to sit down and read a book. That's not for me. For me, I don't really make time to sit down and physically read a book. Therefore, I do Audible, I do audiobooks. Yeah. You're on the same page, right, for the most part?
I do a lot of audiobooks.
You actually read too, though, don't you?
I do enjoy, but that feels more like personal time, like my own, like just sitting there with a book. It's just so it's personal time. It's nice.
Which is cool. I couldn't tell you last time I actually sat down and read a book.
Yeah.
It'd be years.
Yeah.
But every time I'm in the car, every time I'm at the gym, I would say an average to 3 to 4 hours a day, I've got audiobook in my ears.
Yeah.
And that's, you're looking like 28 hours a week, just listening.
You've probably have 2 doctorates in different types of subjects.
And that's, Brian Tracy says that.
Yeah.
Have you heard him say that? He goes, every time you're in a car, if you put an audiobook on, every 2 years it's like doing a degree at university.
Yeah.
But the beauty is you're learning about what you want to learn about for you.
Yeah.
So hey, I'm not really good at sales. I need to get better at sales. You can pick up 10 sales books, read them.
That's
real
what
estate.
Universities used to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how they originally started. Like these big libraries, back in ancient times, medieval times, you didn't get dropped off there to learn a subject. You were like, I want to learn about this. You would go and just study it until you kind of studied everything you could,
Until you knew it,
and
right?
Then when people had questions about, astrology, they'd go to you, so.
You're not getting told what you need to learn.
Yes.
I will literally.
That all changed in the industrial age.
Oh, gotcha.
When all those machines, they needed more employees, right? These companies were growing really big to have thousands of employees, and they needed people to run the machines. They couldn't just have Joe Schmo, just jump in and work on some technology he's never seen in his life. So they needed people to go to school to learn these skills, to learn how to become managers, to learn. So basically, if you think about school system now, it was all kind of built on the foundation of creating employees to work at factories.
100%.
So if you,
it still is, isn't it?
It still is. Yes, it still is for the most part.
To fit into society.
Yeah, I mean, if you eventually want to break off and you want to be an attorney or a doctor, then school's the right path, right?
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
I wouldn't want to go to some guy who's never even read a book on human anatomy, right?
Yeah.
So
But like you said, a doctor, a lawyer, a dentist.
Correct.
But it's pretty. But if you want to, yeah. And I saw something recently. In America, opposed to Australia, there's so much more pressure to go to college. It's absolutely crazy. If you don't go to college here, I feel like you're looked down upon. Hey, he's stupid. He should have gone to college. But most people don't realize that most people drop, over 50% of people drop out of college.
I think that's going away a little bit. I think with people
I think
our
with
age,
social media, I think it's helping.
Social media, I think people our age who already discovered hey, it's really not the end all be all, right? I think that's going to kind of fizzle out a little bit, and then the school system is going to have to go through its changes, and it will have to go through a revamping process, because I still think school's important. You know what I mean? I don't think that you necessarily need to go to college, but I do think going through maybe up through high school is a pretty important time to learn some basic skills.
Absolutely.
You got to learn how to communicate properly, learn language properly, because it's our point of reference, right? If we all learn our own language, well, we're gonna have a hard time communicating, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's important, and learning how to read and write, those little basic skills, and learning some basic math is important. Other than that, I think it's kind of going to be up to where do you want to go next? What do you want to do?
Yeah, knowing that you don't have to go this path. There is another way.
There is.
And then by picking up a book on that subject and reading enough of them, you become an expert at that. And YouTube being a huge one. I couldn't tell you how many skills I've learned from YouTube because I'll just dive in, immerse myself with it until I can start teaching it.
Yeah.
If I can't teach it, I don't know it. It's the way I look at something.
Yeah.
If I stutter, if I can't get it out properly, I don't know it. I know I don't know it. I need to get in and learn more.